to Tee Box Talk, episode 9. My name is Andrew, and as always, today I'm going to be joined by Will and Josh. Also tagging along this week, as usual for the rest of the summer, going to be intern Nikki Shanks. Welcome, Nikki Shanks.
Thank you.
Today's episode, we're going to be talking about some golf news, recapping the weekend, some Larry David from the tee, tales from the golf course. I'm going to wrap up with some behind the scenes at OMADA. All right, let's jump right into it, boys. Weekend roundup. Josh, traveled to Brooklyn. How was it?
It was awesome, dude. It was a pretty long trip out there, but I went out with one of my buddies, Brendan. Shout out, Brendan, you're the fucking man. That was probably one of the best travel experiences I've ever had. Him and I were just on the same wavelength. We fucking, we went everywhere. We did everything we wanted to do. We saw Chris Lake at the Mirage. It was fucking, it was awesome. Met up with one of my other friends, Alina. That was pretty sick too. And, we had a blast. It was a great time. And, the weather this weekend in the city, too. I don't know. It was probably pretty good here, too.
It was beautiful.
It's fantastic here, yeah.
Oh, yeah. We got so fucking lucky, dude. That was like the first time I sort of felt like summer would never come. 5 months ago, like I just thought, man, we're never going to reach that point, where it's sunny out again. And being there in the city, I went to Grand Central, went out, did a bunch of food, in there in New York City. And wow, dude, it was just like, it was the first time I feel like I really relaxed. It was like a 3-day vacation that I separated, it was awesome.
Yeah.
I loved it.
So I've heard a lot about the Mirage. Is it as cool as they say it is? Yeah.
I mean, the Mirage is it's not Miami,
No.
but it was really interesting. I mean, it wasn't huge or anything like that. I mean, I guess it was pretty big actually. I don't know. I mean, they had a lot of bars around. They had a lot of good amenities to the facility. The crowd was good, but I have to be honest with you. I don't think Chris Lake would have been the best DJ to see there. They did buy this brand new screen that is 360. So more like 180. So wraps around half of the crowd.
Oh, that's cool.
It's pretty wild. I mean, we can put some videos in if you want, but it was.
Yeah, I'll put some videos in.
It was pretty cool. I mean, not the best DJ to see in the world, but still fun. We had a blast.
Oh yeah, man.
That was so fun. Will, you were on a big move end of last week, and then this weekend, I think you're just recovering. How'd the move go?
It went good. I mean, honestly, if you can't tell from my voice, I'm a little clapped out from moving. It wasn't definitely, I mean, I was basically off for 5 days, but it wasn't like 5 days of heaven. It was 3 days of pain. And we had a busy family weekend too. So, all the family want to come down and see the new apartment. And I ended up playing golf yesterday, which was probably a stretch. I probably needed to rest and relax, but it was a beautiful day. I couldn't sit inside all day.
No, I totally agree.
My fucking, man, this voice. I can't even hear myself in my headphones right now.
Dude, he is
It was a lot of yelling. You're moving, you're yelling, you're shouting at people, and I think that's what did me in. I mean, also allergies. Fuck allergies, but.
Yeah.
You sound like you have the deepest voice out of anybody I know right now.
My dad was making fun of me. We went out to lunch because I forgot my ID. And we went out to this great it's not a new restaurant. It's called Tel Aviv. It's down by Hot Club in Providence. And I'd never been there before, but I forgot my ID. And my dad was like, "Oh, I noticed you dropped your voice a couple octaves there. So the waitress wouldn't ID you." And I was like, "Nah, fam." I was like, "This is how it's been since Wednesday or Thursday."
Smooth. I like it.
Damn,
Smooth criminal.
I didn't think his voice could get any more buttery over the mic, but here we go.
Great.
It's not staying. It's going. So
He's making us all sound like shit right now.
Yeah, seriously.
Nikki, anything?
Some golf, another weekend. Played a little tournament with my dad, 27-hole best ball. Not a lot of help from him out there, but it was a good time.
Still shout out, Dad.
Shout out, Dad. Thanks for showing up.
Has your dad accepted the fact that you're gonna run his ass over every time you play golf?
Oh yeah, he still tells us. I beat him when I was 11.
Oh,
so
wow.
For him, it's been a long time coming.
It was a quick turnaround there.
He's gotten 10 years of it. We're into giving shots and heckling mid backswing. So we're going for the kneecaps.
It's good. It's good to have
great.
that dynamic.
Yeah,
I don't think I was beating my dad until I was 13 or 14. So you got a few years on me.
Yeah,
my dad came out and played with me and broke his fucking ankle.
R.I.P. first hole at Kirkbride. Yeah.
He's like, oh, I'm gonna, it's like some dads, I'm gonna kick your ass. He fucking goes out in second hole. He fucking, his ankle splits on the cart path, and he's fucking down on the ground, fucking laying there.
I felt so bad because he was so excited to get out there with us, like play with the boys. Like,
Beautiful day too. Yeah.
5 months later, he's in the fucking surgery on the surgery table, fixing that ankle up.
Yeah, well, he didn't know he broke it at first, and he actually played out the rest of that day, if you remember.
No, he did. He was a trooper.
Probably wasn't a good idea to do that.
I wouldn't have done that.
I would be
I'd been
right
in the car.
back in my car.
Matter of fact, that did happen to me that one time. We were playing New England Country Club, and I sprained my ankle. I tried too. I think I probably did play on it, but it wasn't as bad as him.
You did, but here's the funny part: is that was my fault because I had convinced myself that I had hit my ball like way past the green. So me and Josh were going to try to find it. It wasn't even close to over there. And the only reason Josh sprained his ankle was because we walked up this broken path and he just stepped on something and it just went sideways. And my ball wasn't even close to there. And anyway, so I kind of felt a little bad about it, but
good job, Colucci.
Yeah,
too bad.
Good work.
Also, quick shout out. I played golf yesterday, as I said, but I ended up playing with a professional esports athlete, Jordan Ribbs. Shout out Jordan Ribbs. Really cool guy. We hope to get him on the podcast soon, maybe.
Absolutely.
Pretty solid golfer, too. So hopefully we exchange information, and hopefully we'll get out there and play some golf with him, too.
You get him on this podcast, Colucci is going to fucking fanboy out.
Oh, yeah. He knows all the big streamers, too. He's like, I'll hook you guys up. And so we should definitely get in touch with him.
Colucci's mouth's watering.
Shout out Jordan.
He's drooling like just a little bit out of his
dude. Keep it in your pants, Colucci. Jesus.
Dude, I might not even need you guys for that podcast. I could just sit him down, just ask him a million questions.
Yeah, no, Colucci's like, fuck the podcast. I just want to go.
I just want to talk gaming. Yeah,
you can show him your rig too if you were to come in here. You get your rig in here now. So
yeah, see, here's the thing. I'm embarrassed about it because like I have a great gaming computer and I put a lot of money into it, but my shell, the thing that it sits in, it's kind of ugly. So,
it is a little bit ugly.
Like if you go look at the professional streamers, their like towers that the computer
the lights
sits in,
and all
it's
that.
fucking sick.
Yeah,
mine is ugly.
They're also professional streamers, you know.
Yeah, and those setups are like thousands and thousands.
Yeah.
Beauty's on the inside too, Colucci.
Yeah,
I know you put a lot of hard work into that computer. So.
I did. Yeah, I love that thing.
You and him would probably feel. Did he ever say anything about Elden Ring if he was playing it?
No, he's like his main game is Gears of War, actually.
Wow.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Are you serious right now?
No, I'm dead ass. Yeah.
No, like for real, 100%.
Yeah, he like plays all the games, but like the one he competes in is Gears of War.
Stop it.
Yeah, he's played like
Josh is
$100,000, $200,000 tournaments with his team. Yeah, he's
Oh
like
my God,
he's like a 6-time
you
winning.
missed
Yeah,
I've been playing Gears of War. I wouldn't say competitively, but I'm going to say competitively for the sake of this, without money on the line or anything like that. Just like we've been playing clan. Like I've been in part of associated with different groups that play competitively, and I've been playing since I was a kid. Like that was my game. Like I played that game for 8 hours a day. Like when I was younger.
There's like a cult fall. I mean, I'm not even that big into gaming, and I know that there's like a cult fall. I mean, with a lot of video games, but Gears of War has been around forever.
Stupid idea. If you think you can get him on this podcast, and what was his name again?
Jordan Ribbs. That's his like Twitch name, Twitter name.
All right, Jordan, my boy. Okay. We've got this 65-inch TV right here with an Xbox right beneath it.
We do.
We need one more controller, and I already have Gears of War, all of them actually downloaded. I'm thinking we need to bring him in here. We need to do some fucking shotgun sniper battles.
Oh, he would love that. Yeah.
Wow, dude. Oh my God.
I can't believe
Great connection to have. Yeah.
What, dude? Come on, really?
Well, that's crazy. The second you said Gears of War, I knew Josh was going to light up. I can't believe they're playing that game for that much money. I know it has a massive following, but like, wow, those are some crazy.
What am I doing here? You know,
And
that's what I should have been
out.
doing.
He plays golf every day too. Every day he plays at Triggs.
Dude, this might be like my best friend, dude. I might need to go meet this guy. Like seriously,
Josh
Super
was
awesome dude,
sleeping
yeah.
In the Triggs parking lot, waiting
for Jordan
morning.
to show up so he
Yeah.
can like, yeah.
Dude, Gears of War has been like
That was
and shout
Josh's
out
game.
my boy Phil. I can't say his. Can I say his last name?
Who?
Mohangle.
Oh yeah, Scrohan.
Yeah, my boy Phil Mohan. Shout out to Phil Mohan. I'm going to show him this. He and I were playing Gears of War together recently, like within the last couple of years, because those games have been infrequent. But we were playing super competitively, and he's one of the best gamers I know, and he knew that was my fucking game.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm glad to hear Gears of War is the game because I mean, I've like personally never played Gears of War that much, but
Gears of War is one of those games that kind of like changed gaming. Like
Yeah.
it took it a whole different route with like competitive online gory multiplayer, and like it was, you know,
also the
strategic
movement.
and team based, and like the story mode on the game was insane. It created a whole, like, the merchandise that they sell for this game, it's insane. It's insane what they did with that game.
The crouching run, was it third person?
Third person over the shoulder.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That type of gameplay, like the crouch run. Oh, dude.
It was revolutionary.
Oh, you know what it was too? Is in the game you can jump from obstacle to obstacle, like without having to like physically be in front of it. So like there's an automatic, if you hit A in a certain direction, your character can almost glide.
It's called mantling.
Mantling. You can glide through the map. And it's like one of the only games I've ever played that you can do that on. And it's as seamless as it is.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, so we'd love to meet this guy, dude. I would love to pick his brain about esports. That's what fascinates me.
yeah, I was chatting with him till like I don't know 10 o'clock last night. And he's definitely interested in meeting us and getting out with us and
That's
having
really
him coming
cool.
on the podcast. Yeah,
That's really cool. Nick, you're giving up your seat. Sorry.
Nick's going to have to go to the
2
back
weeks too
seat.
long.
oh, how the turntables have turned.
I want to be like screaming into his mic. He's like, "Get away!
You're like, hey,
get away from me!"
Hey,
That's funny. My weekend, pretty simple. Went to Boston. You know, I've been doing that pretty much every other weekend, but go to my buddy's house. We go out. Went to Castle Island Brewery. Freaking incredible. It's finally, I found a good brewery that did food good, too. Like, their chicken sandwiches was unbelievable. Pretzel bites with that beer cheese mustard. Holy shit. It was so good. So good. And then we did a lot of chilling on the porch. I'm a big porch guy. I like
front porch chilling.
It was actually back porch. It's
okay.
Same essence.
It's inferior to the front porch.
Like with the great weather, you gotta take advantage of it. It's always a good time. So I love doing that. And then had a nice little family day, Mother's cookout yesterday.
family time.
Yeah, because we had to delay Mother's Day because little brother's graduation. So we did it yesterday. It was super fun. My grandma came over. She's crazy, so it's always fun to mess with her, and I'm sure she'll probably see this and call me and freak out and all that stuff. So
She's the best. This woman has been. I've been with her #1 fan for about 10 years now.
yeah, she's funny.
Yeah.
She is funny, but she's a
We
lot.
should get her. You know, I was saying this to my brother the other day. Like, my mom is a fucking character, and I actually wanted to have her on the podcast because I think everybody would love her.
Yeah,
and I
she is
also
funny.
think that your grandmother would also be a great addition to this podcast. If we brought her into this podcast, I'm telling you, we'd tip the fucking charts. I mean, this woman is like, I've never seen anybody like her. She is she's content gold.
She's something. She's something.
She'd come in here and run the show, dude. We'd all be taking a back seat to her.
She's on this new thing where she needs a new computer and I need to buy one for her. But like, I gotta be careful because if I buy her one of these like super computers, like on accident, she's gonna be lost. Like,
What in the world would she need a supercomputer for?
Well, she plays the computer every single day, all day. She goes on Pogo, which is that like online flash game website.
It's like mini clips from 2009.
Like,
Yeah,
she loves it. It's like her only source of entertainment. She has so much fun.
wow.
that's great. Hey, we
How old
love.
is she?
93.
Wow, respect, big respect.
Yeah, she has a unbelievable time, dude. She plays her online casino game. She plays everything, and she loves it. She goes on Facebook and
Oh my
all this
god,
stuff.
dude. Okay, now I mean, I was already her biggest fan, but that just elevated.
Yeah, but she doesn't really need a new computer. I just fear whatever I do to change her computer, it's going to be a disaster. So I'm just kind of pushing that one back a little bit. But that's going to pretty much wrap up the weekend roundup. Everyone sounds like they had a good time. Let's go into some golf news because we've got some juicy stuff going on this week. Let's first, before we're going to get to the live golf, Saudi tour. We're going to get there. Let's quickly recap the match because I know we talked about it a lot last podcast. The match, Brady and Rogers won. I saw some of the clips. I didn't really watch the full things like we were saying on the podcast. I didn't really have that much interest in it, but I definitely saw a bunch of clips on Twitter and, recaps on YouTube. It looked like they were being pretty genuine, which again, I know they caught an F-bomb right from Tom right as the round started, which was funny.
Accidentally, though.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. And then I just think it's crazy that they had live fans there. Like, that makes no sense. because they're not professional golfers, so they're not going to keep it. Not every shot's going to go on the fairway. What did they think was going to happen when they put fans surrounding the fairways? They got plunked. Oh, so many of them got plunked in the head.
Did a lot of people get hurt?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if people got hurt, but like Josh Allen ripped a drive right off some guy's head.
Yeah, I didn't watch this match at all. Contrary to like me moving and like being busy, I just didn't have any interest in it, to be honest. But I did see a lot of this on TikTok. So.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's like live footage from fans of getting like the dude that got clocked in the head from Josh Allen. That video is on TikTok from the guy standing next to the guy that got clocked.
He was filming it, and all of a sudden the ball comes in and just drills him.
And he's like, my head.
Oh, I did see that. I saw
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. But then like another guy, like Josh Allen hit another guy where he hit it over the green, it hit a guy, and it just bounced right onto the green. So it was like perfect. And it turns out the guy was a Bills fan too, so it was like hilarious. It's like he's helping him out. But,
Quick little backboard.
But yeah, I was talking about this with some friends over the weekend. Like just like we were saying, if they got to change it. Get comedians out there. Get a Jake Paul out there. Get some crazy ass personalities out there.
Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart would be fucking awesome.
That's a good one.
Literally anyone besides professional athletes right now.
What is good with this QB thing? Because I feel like this is the second one they've done with Brady and Mickelson. And
No,
all
I
that
think
too,
Brady's done 3 now.
Oh God, I gotta be honest, and I'm obviously a massive Tom Brady fan. Like, but I mean that was when he was playing football. All this other stuff. I mean, I get he's getting into golf. He's releasing his brand. Part of me feels like he did this whole tournament for his new release.
Yeah, the
like
Brady golf brand.
Which I'm again like, why does he need a golf brand? He's not a golf I mean, he is a golfer, I guess, but that's not his. Like, I don't know. I just feel like all these, like, superstars are getting way too ahead of themselves. They think they can just start any number of businesses and, like, then charge. The other thing is, like, charge an arm and a leg for one piece of clothing.
Like one polo, yeah.
Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just being sour. I mean, if Tom, if you ever see or hear this, which is very unlikely, like, I fucking love you. And
I love you.
And
send us a polo.
It's all good. I'm not trying to be a hater.
We'll send you a tri-light for your exercise.
But in regards to the honest, like, I don't know, the way that match played out, I watched a couple clips and I was fucking bored.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
I didn't get through the opening tee-offs.
Yeah.
Like, I thought it was going to be, like, a great drive and cut to the next clip. I watched them all tee off, and I was like, I can't do this for another hour. It's just not. And no one was talking. Like, the highlights, I only see highlights of, trash talk and missed putts.
They didn't have any of that?
Nothing worth noting, though, I don't think. Like, I feel like when Phil was in it, he was the king of trash talk, and he would just sling them.
You want to laugh? Think right now. What was the number one thing that got put up on social media that everybody saw?
The thing I saw was Josh Allen putting the picture of Tom Brady at training camp or on his rookie pro day, with like the fat picture of Tom Brady.
I saw that, and then I saw the F-bomb.
Yeah, the F-bomb.
I didn't see any of that. I just saw people getting smashed by balls.
Well, guy, it depends on your algorithm. Like I see it all on Twitter because like my Twitter's all like football stuff. So like the part that I liked the most about it wasn't even the golf. It was the interviews beforehand when they were like talking about their seasons and stuff. And like Pat Mahomes was like poking fun at Josh Allen for the overtime thing because they're duel in the playoffs. But I won't get into that. But like that stuff I liked when they were talking about football. I didn't really care about the golf.
I never even
stuff.
saw him swing a club. Patrick Mahomes.
He actually has a good swing.
I never even saw. They didn't feature him anywhere. I didn't see him anywhere except probably on the live feed when they were doing it.
Yeah, but it is what it is. I think there needs to be some changes if the match is going to be anything, and I think we're all on the same page there.
100%.
Yeah.
But that leaves an opening, boys.
Yeah, we could get in that. We can get in that action.
Yeah.
We just got to find some funny bastards. That's all it really comes down to.
And now we have the big juicy news because the list dropped. The LIV Golf Tour, the Saudi League. Will take it away.
Oh, okay. Passing the reins. Yeah, so, that's probably what I had my eye on this weekend was that the players, like most of the players were confirmed for the LIV Tour, LIV Tour. I think that's how it's
Live.
Yeah, so obviously the front runner is Dustin Johnson. So that, is it surprising? Not really. He had a $125 million offer from them, which is
what?
$4 million more than what Tiger's earned in his entire golfing career. So Tiger's earned $121 million over the course of his winnings over the course of his entire career. Justin Johnson gets $125 million
Just for signing on.
Just to join the league. Yeah.
Holy shit.
125 milli.
2
And
years.
then what I was surprised.
2 years?
Wait. 2 years, 125 million.
Yeah, so what it is he's basically they haven't released the logistics, but it's 2 years as of right now, and I don't think they know if he's playing every event or not either.
Wow.
What the fuck?
So there were some other big names on that list too. I mean, I think Kevin Na was a big surprise.
But he resigned from the PGA Tour.
He did with some stern words about.
Did he really?
Yeah, I mean, maybe stern's not the right word for it, but like he made a comment about the PGA Tour and like his resignation to the community, to the public.
Yeah, and that one. So I was doing a little bit of research. He had leaked something earlier too. Like he had put up a sponsor a few months ago that had something to do with the Saudi League. So like people kind of thought that might happen. But the DJ thing, in February, DJ came out and said he supported the PGA Tour and he didn't want anything to do with that. And then all of a sudden, his comments this weekend were like, "Oh, I want to do what's best for me and my family and all this stuff." Pretty much saying, "I'm gonna get rich. I'm gonna get rich right now." And I mean, dude, I didn't know that number was 125 mil.
125 million. Also, Josh, guess who is on the LIV Tour now too? Taylor Gooch.
Gooch?
Get out of here,
Gooch.
really?
Gooch is on, yeah, Gooch among many. Yeah, Sergio Garcia, Kevin Na, Ian Poulter, Louis Oosthuizen, Phil. Well, actually, as of like very recently, today, literally, Phil Mickelson and Ricky Fowler are also going to be on.
Stop.
Ricky?
Stop it.
Ricky.
Yep.
No way.
What was that comment that you saw
it was
on
actually
like
brutal.
Yeah.
It was like
I didn't know Ricky was going.
yeah, it was like this thing. Breaking news: Phil Mickelson and Ricky leave the PGA Tour, and the number one comment was like, "Ricky left a while ago."
Yeah,
he's like he's been gone.
He did.
I'll tell you what, though, he's a fucking stud, that guy.
I always love Ricky because he wears like that whack shit, and like I like how he like breaks the mold of like the boring golfer, and like he wears the flat brims, he wears the weird colored shit. Like I love that stuff.
I honestly think he just had fun at a certain point.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
He just. I think a lot of people go through. A lot of people think that you're in the NBA, so like, or you're in a major league sport, so you should be trying to go for the chip all the time. Like you got to work your ass off and go for the chip. I got to be honest with you. Like there are plenty of people who make it to the NBA and that was their goal, and then make a good fucking living. Like they make a lot of money and they want to enjoy it. Like, I think there's a lot of athletes that push themselves to the nth degree and lose a lot of years of their lives because they sacrifice all their time to win the championship.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's a lot of those players out there. Like, I remember seeing something like, who was it? Jordan Spieth. Jordan Spieth, like, yeah, he stopped winning as much, but he came out in the first, like, 2 years of his career and won, what did he win, like 2 majors or something like that?
Yeah, he came out hot.
And the thing is he said on a podcast, it might have been Drew Stoltz, but he said with him, he was like, dude, he's like, I'm trying to, at the same time, like, I've been trying to enjoy my life a little bit. Like, I went to college for golf. Like, I've played my whole fucking life. Nick, you get that. Like, he works so hard. He want to enjoy it. So why wouldn't he be on a fucking yacht somewhere instead of fucking on the golf course putting, you know?
I got a fun fact. I don't know if this is known about Ricky either, and this could be purely myth or I just heard misinformation, but I heard that Ricky Fowler had a choice to go pro either in motocross or golf, and he chose golf.
True.
Probably the
True.
safer bet.
Is that
Probably
true?
the safer
Yeah.
bet.
Yeah. So I thought I've always thought that was a cool fact about Ricky, but he kind of strikes me as like a motocross guy too.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and he really
Wow.
set a tone with his outfits and stuff, and he started a whole trend behind. I really think he was kind of like the trendsetter for a lot of these new golf brands that are coming out with like wacky pat, like Bad Birdie, for example, like all these companies that are just pumping out like these really crazy polos and clothes. I mean, John Daly is kind of an OG too with his Loudmouth company, but Ricky's.
Wait a second. Loudmouth
There's
is John Daly's?
John Daly, yep.
I met the Loudmouth guys out at a at the PGA show, the fucking merchandise show. In 2017, I met the Loudmouth guys. Honestly, they had one of the better stands at the event.
I
They
used to
were
have
great.
a Loudmouth putter grip for the longest time. It came with the used putter I got, and I never knew it was John Daly's.
That's cool.
And I used to get a ton of compliments on it too.
I can't believe that's his company. I didn't know that.
So what company has John
Loudmouth Golf.
Is
It's just
John
like,
Daly?
dude, it's like it's not wacky. It's like bizarre. Like
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
their designs look like are so weird, and they're the most probably the most noticeable pair of golf, probably clothing in the golf industry that I can think of. Like if I was wearing Lulu pants or whatever, like, any other of the big companies that pump out Callaway, whatever, I feel like you might not be able to tell from afar. When you're wearing loudmouth, you are a fucking loudmouth. Like everybody knows you, what you're wearing.
But to circle back to LIV, so the first event is June 9th. It's actually this weekend, I think. The June 10th is it's coming
Holy
up, I think.
Shit,
Yeah,
it's June 6th. What the fuck?
So the first event is in London, it's June 9th to the 11th at the Centurion Club, and then the second event is actually in Portland, Oregon. They're doing a couple events in the U.S. One of them is going to be in Boston in September.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
I know the Players' Championship is in Boston in a couple weeks.
Why would it be the Saudi tour and then what are they just investing into?
Yeah, it's just backed by their money.
Right.
I don't get that though. Like, what? So when are they going to this? When are they? They must be playing a ton in Saudi Arabia, right?
Not really. No. Like I saw they have one event in like Bangkok or something like that too. It's like they're all over the place. But there's Miami, Oregon, and Boston. That's going to be the U.S. events.
Well, there's the European PGA Tour, right? Or Europe Tour? What is it?
European Tour.
Yeah, European Tour.
Okay, I got that right. So and then there's also PGA Tour. And then, of course, there's like the D leagues or the B leagues, whatever you want to call it, the Corn Ferry and all that. I'm starting to feel like, this Saudi. Whatever your feeling is on the Saudi, whatever dealings or how all that works is your own. But I do think that, like, do you guys feel like this might be a great way for them to really expand golf into being more of a worldwide competitive sport? Like, do you feel like maybe these being out of United States companies that are this company LIV. Is it LIV? LIVE,
I don't.
right?
Yeah, it's LIV.
LIV, right? Yeah, LIV. So the LIV Tour, like, if they're going to be doing these events all over the country, all over the world, that reminds me of like Formula One. That's how that sport has grown so much, is that they have a track in every country, and that they have fan bases from all different countries, so they need less people from each country to make it really big.
What they should do, which they'll never do, because they're all kind of enemies against each other and like competing, they should have like some type of tournament where like the champion, like each league sends a champion out to play the winners of the other leagues. So like if DJ wins a bunch, he could be the champion of the LIV Tour, and then like I don't know, somebody on the PGA Tour, like
let's just say Scotty Scheffler for now.
Let's say Scotty Scheffler, right? He is the champion of the PGA Tour. And then somebody on the European Tour, they send a champion, and they just play this epic duel or something. Like, I think that would be sick.
That'd be a cool idea.
That'd be like a cool match,
That would be a cool match, but the thing is they'll never do it because they'll never all work together.
Absolutely
they all
not,
hate each
no.
other.
I mean, I think the European
sucks.
Tour and the PGA Tour already work together. In fact, I think they might be one and the same, truthfully.
They're like stepping stools, but the PGA Tour has made all of that never possible because the commissioner, which goes back to Phil's old comments, Jay Monahan, has said, if you go and play LIV, commit to anything, you will never have a spot on the tour again.
You will face
life.
you will face suspension, if not get banned for life.
Yep.
Stop it, really?
So
Yep.
right, and it's all kind of crazy because it's Greg Norman, for those who don't know, is the commissioner of the LIV Tour.
Did not know that.
And
I
he's
didn't know that
also the CEO of the Saudi investments. So he's the one behind this that no one's talking about.
Really, Greg Norman.
Yeah.
Wow.
The shark.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, when you say that, I now I know why. I'm adding it all up. Now you're telling me that Greg Norman, who is first and foremost a celebrated entrepreneur who has done hundreds of millions of dollars of sales through retail chains across the globe, in addition to having a career. Now you're telling me he is going against head-to-head with the PGA Tour, backed by Saudi money.
Right. So I'm reading it here. It says the majority shareholders of Saudi Arabia government's sovereign wealth fund, which he's tapped into to use all that money to basically get more funding, more prize money, and more money to pay the players to come over.
Dude, you're gonna fuck the PGA. They're gonna fuck the PGA Tour up. I mean, that if you start poaching players like that, he could play for 2 years and never play another game of golf.
Right.
And be done.
Well, he can now, officially.
But I'm saying he never ever would have been able to do that on the PGA Tour
without winning. And then you'll never even match that money. You'll never come close to that money. So the story came out, though, because here's where it goes the other way. Some players just have allegiances. They offered Tiger Woods, the number's not out yet, high 9 figures. So probably somewhere in the ballpark of 500 to 600 million to come play. And he said no. He turned it down.
Yeah, because he's a billionaire.
Yeah, but like,
he doesn't. Why would he need to go? He's like the last person.
He's
that
also
needs
like
to
the
go.
poster boy. Like not like he hasn't always been the poster boy for the PGA Tour, but
yeah, but he pretty much is.
pretty much, yeah.
You don't forget the fact that you don't know what he could have been offered behind the scenes or what they've given him. I trust me when I say they've treated Tiger differently than all the rest.
Oh yeah.
They've given him more incentives to be associated with whatever they want than everybody else.
Yep. But another interesting piece of news from the LIV Tour is that each will be a 3-round 54-hole competition with no cut. So there's no cut, and it's also a shotgun. They're going to do shotgun starts in order to fit the events into a shorter time window.
I don't hate that.
Love that. I fucking love that, dude.
Is it going to be televised in the United States, though?
Yeah, they're going to be pushing it through their website, through YouTube, and through Facebook.
Okay.
Nice.
I was
So
gonna say,
you'll be able
'cause-
to stream no matter what, yeah.
because I know like CBS has their deal with the PGA, so they're not going to host it. Like, so I wonder how they're going to stream it. So
It's kind of funny because there's all this like drama and people are going to be anticipating it so much, and then they're going to get to the final day of the tour of the LIV Tour comes out and whatnot, and it's just going to be a bunch of people playing golf.
Yeah.
This isn't like a UFC cage match where people
Yeah.
are going to go in and like there's this big climax. It's just going to be like a video of Kevin Na fucking taking a swing, you know?
Yeah, it's
So
not like
funny.
Fight Club, like they're out there like hitting each other with golf clubs on the golf course. On battle golf.
No, until they do the champions, my champions idea, just have the top players from each of the leagues just battle it out in one epic match. Like that'd be sick. But let's see. But they won't do that. But anybody else got anything on the LIV Tour?
No, that was all the juicy details I had. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, only more stuff's gonna come out. I mean, and people are gonna have their hot takes, and they're gonna get political with it, and then this, that, and the other.
I can't wait to hear what the players who are switching over are going to say. It's a no-brainer to have Ricky Fowler go over because if he's not going and playing to win, I mean, he's going to be
Just
he's gonna
making
be
money.
Still making
rolling
money,
fucking-
and yeah.
He's going to make probably 50 times as much as he would make playing the PGA Tour. So that's a
100%.
no-brainer. I mean,
See, now here's the thing though: are these players all gonna lose their sponsorships?
no way. No, you want to know why? That's why they had to execute this. Like this had to be the perfect mutiny. You would not have been able to execute this without the perfect mutiny. If you only got a couple big names and then you just started a new tour, it wouldn't have worked. But they ponied up the cash. They got these people, some of these big names to go on, and now it's a group. So now you can't hold one person accountable. Like before Phil Mickelson's
yeah.
sponsorships
Yep.
could pull out because it was just Phil. And he never even really said anything. It was really a third party,
There's
right?
a leak. Yeah.
So, truth be told, he wouldn't have done that otherwise, and that was just he was just used. You know, he just got screwed over. But the reality is that with all these players joining now it's a movement. Now you can't stop it. Now it's like then, and that's a safety net for I think advertisers is that their brand is safe because they're now associating with all these other brands of different players.
That's a good point. Yeah, safety in numbers, I guess.
Yeah.
So that's what's
100%.
gonna happen. All right. Well, then we'll move on from golf news. Like I said, there's gonna be more stuff that comes out. We're gonna keep hitting on this. This is gonna be like the news of the summer, so it's gonna be interesting. Next week we'll probably preview the Players Championship, right?
Yeah.
So that's gonna be Brookline, Massachusetts, in a couple weekends. That's gonna be super fun. I was looking at tickets. It's bread. It's bread.
How much?
Hundreds of dollars for one day, like
It's in
$400 or
Brookline,
$500
though, dude.
bucks.
Oh man, that would be so much fun.
Oh,
to
it'd
go
be
to.
so fun.
Speaking of tickets, Masters Lottery is open for next year. So if you want to get rejected very quickly, go ahead and apply.
That'd be
Oh,
fun
that's
though.
right. That's crazy.
All right, let's move into some LD from the tee. You all know the segment. It's Larry David complaints from the tee. Who's got a good one to start?
I got a good one, actually.
Let's hear it.
So this is not a two-piece thing, but I was trying to find the video all morning. But you know how like the other week I talked about the elevator problems, like
Yeah.
people getting on before you and how that situation can apply to like buses or subways.
Anything.
I've been seeing this trend on TikTok lately where people will open an umbrella when they're getting off the subway to push all the people standing on the outside of the door away so that they can walk off the subway. I really wanted the video to show you guys, but I couldn't find it on TikTok this morning, and I'm hitting myself for it. But
I can understand exactly what it is, though. That's actually a really good.
But it's
idea.
it's pretty hilarious. But my LD from the tee, and this is more of like a PSA safety announcement. So I'm sure you guys have heard of like this whole issue going around with Apple AirTags and people tracking each other without them.
Yes, this is fucked.
Yeah. So over the weekend, Marissa and I were just, we're sitting on the couch on Saturday after a long day with the family, and she gets a notification on her phone that an AirTag has been traveling with her. So what we think happened is that someone had placed the tag on her car, and when she drove away, the tag fell off because we couldn't. So basically, it wasn't the tag stopped tracking. So it didn't know where she went or we went after a certain point. But yeah, it's kind of a like we kind of freaked out because this is like a massive invasion of safety and privacy.
I don't know what the hell they were thinking when they made these things, but it's the dumbest thing I've ever heard of in my life.
So I understand the purpose for them to like attach them to like your wallet and your phone so that you can track them. But it seems like they're being used, obviously, for these purposes as well. And
right, but I don't see how that would work. I've had tiles my whole life.
if you stuck a tile on my car and I drove away with it, you could track me. You could track where my car is.
Yeah.
It's the same concept, but it applies.
No, but once it goes out of range, you can't.
It cuts out. But there's these new Apple ones. Tile is not an Apple product. This is now an Apple product.
But I know what the AirTag is.
The AirTag operates through the Find My iPhone network via Bluetooth, so it operates differently, so that you don't have to be within range.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. The only thing you need to be in range for is to like find the device. So like if you go to a general area and you like hit press it's like play a noise and then you can find where the thing is. But so we like went back to where it was last seen. It was our old apartment building in our public lot, which we never park in. It was not in a great area. And nothing's come of it since. There's been no tracking since. The tile hasn't updated or the AirTag hasn't updated. But then my biggest beef with it is that you can't disconnect the AirTag from your phone. So if you know you're being tracked, you can't stop sharing your location with that tag unless you have the tag present and you can scan it with your phone.
It's a disaster.
It's disaster, and it's like
why the fuck they made them.
It's highly sketch, and I'm glad that nothing came of it, but definitely a PSA to people out there to keep your wits about you because it's there, it's happening in our day-to-day world, in this fucked up society that we happen to be living in. So
people are putting them in girls' purses at the bar and stuff, and like seeing where they go, seeing what.
That's a little bit it's a little bit of a darker LD from the tee, dude. That's intense though.
But it was
PSA
infuriating.
though,
It felt like a
PSA.
massive invasion of privacy.
Yeah, I never knew
that
that.
you have no control over.
Well, I'll give you a little bit of a lighter one here.
I got a lighter one too.
I'm getting real fucking sick and tired of people going, look, if I'm going 80 miles an hour on the highway and I'm in the fucking left lane, there's no world where you need to go 120 miles an hour past me to get in front of me, only to be blocked by the next car.
Yes.
Welcome to New England, baby.
Yes.
I went to New York this weekend, and I want to fucking scream.
Oh, man, yeah.
Dude, they're crazy. No.
Dude.
They're crazy.
Oh, and not to mention, I'll do a sub-tier of this one. Oh, my God. Look, it's one thing if you're in a vehicle, okay? And you're at least in somewhat control and, like, I don't know. I mean, maybe not. But typically, I'd say 95 is that like where people like to cruise at with like a 90 to 95 when you're going 80 and they cruise by you. 95, which is fucking fast, but like not.
That's fast.
It's fast, yeah.
No, it is fast. It is fast. But what I'm about to tell you, there happened to me like 8 times when I was in New York because it was a really nice weekend. These fucking crotch rockets going 180 miles an hour by a car going 80 miles an hour. They're beating me by 100 miles an hour. It's like, dude, I had a full-on panic attack. Like, I literally, because I didn't know it was coming. Like, I wasn't merging or anything, but like, I just heard and it was like a fucking jet stream by me, dude.
Yep.
And I was like, oh my, and it was, you know what the worst part was? It was in between another car.
Yeah, dude, they're fucking crazy.
Absolutely no chill.
The crotch rocket crew is crazy. And if you don't know what we mean by crotch rocket crew, we mean those like Kawasaki Ninja dirt bikes, like not dirt bikes, the sports bikes. They go so fast and they have they all have death wishes.
You know what the best part is? This part is the one that I can never wrap my head around, is that at least if you're in a car, you have a fighting fucking chance.
Yeah.
But, dude, I mean, if you're going 120 miles an hour on a fucking motorcycle, you could be totally padded up, and if you fall, you might skid along and burn through whatever, like, pants or whatever you have, but you might be able to survive just like a fall down and slide, hopefully. But, dude, you weave in and out of traffic going 120 miles an hour on one of those things. You clip one thing.
Instant death.
And that the worst part is like, I think they know that. So a lot of them don't even try. Like no helmets, for instance, or no fucking pads, or no, like they're wearing shorts and a t-shirt and they're ripping down the hut. Oh, dude, it's mayhem.
It's scary because you don't know they're coming until they're right next to you.
You don't know.
And then they're a mile down
Gone.
the road.
It's
like,
too late before you.
And you're just driving along thinking to yourself, like, you know, what if I was just like decided to merge right there?
Right, exactly.
Like, I just killed somebody.
Yeah, because when a car's merging behind you, most of the time you can look in your mirror and see it. But like if you start the merge just slightly before you actually like know what's coming up, like if you which is kind of bad driving, but like even if it's happens so fast that you might see the motorcycle in the back decide to merge, but you don't know that it's coming at 120 miles an hour, and it's just like it could happen that quick.
Yeah, it's instant. Yeah.
Crazy.
It's scary. But yeah, I agree. I don't think there's a reason to be driving a car more than 80 miles an hour, but that's just me.
Neither do I. And I think also like
where are you going? And it doesn't matter because how many times does a car speed by you going like 100 something miles an hour, and then by the time you get off your exit, you see the car. You caught up to him.
Oh yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah, we both got there at the same time.
Exactly.
Well, there's also one more. There's one more facet. There's one more tier to this. Is that, and I'm sorry, I know I'm taking a long time. There's one more tier. It's that I ran into the type of car last night that will do that and then leapfrog with you. So I get this car that's reaming up from behind me, but like they're not going over to the other lane trying to get in front of me, right? So I'm like, I don't want any problems, man. I'm just trying to get home alive. I'm in an older car, like, so I fucking go into the right lane, right? And like I drive, and he drives up ahead or whatever, or he just kind of stayed put, and like my speed was faster than his speed, and then he came up, and then he got in front of me in the right lane, and then I went to the left lane, and then it just went back and forth, and then I was confused, and I didn't know what to do.
You almost feel like he's intentionally fucking with you.
Right. I actually started to think about it. I was like, wait a second, is this just like a tactic that if you're bored on the road, you just like play leapfrog with someone, and like you play like people got sick and tired of NASCAR and the sport is like dying, so they just decide let's just take this to the fucking streets, you know? Like,
I feel like it's like consistent, like that kind of behavior is consistent with people who are like speeding and then they check their phone and then they lose speed just like
Yeah.
and then they're like, oh fuck, I need to speed again, and then this whole process just repeats over and over again.
You're right, dude, because it was bizarre.
Yeah, the whole texting and driving. There was for a few years ago, there was a massive campaign against texting and driving.
That was because it was dial, it was buttons.
I just
no,
don't,
I mean it. I know what he's saying. Yeah,
like, it's just
that was when we were kids, dude. That was when we were in middle school.
no. I mean, I feel like it was like a few years ago.
High
like
school.
In Rhode Island, they made the law that if you get caught, if you're even looking at your phone, you can get pulled over.
Bro,
Like,
they have a 15-inch screen and every single Tesla made today. There's no more. That's done. No texting and driving, that's over. Nobody can ever get pulled over for having their phone out like this because most of the time, let me ask you a question. How do you GPS?
Well, they want you to buy in Rhode Island, they made the law. They gave you a year to buy the thing to connect to the dash of your car to put the phone on,
dude.
to make it hands free.
Yeah,
I got that.
Yeah, I got one too, but now I don't need it because I have a new car and I have the screen, so I'm like chilling. But like,
you got to be a realist though. That shit's done. The whole texting and driving thing, like everyone.
Well, it's been dead for years. It just like all of a sudden it just disappeared.
I think there needs to be more campaigns about it because I'm so sick of seeing people fucking texting on the highway and I'm so scared about it.
You know what grinds my fucking gears actually, and I don't mean to like digress this any further, but when I see people talking on their phone like this, when they clearly have a car that supports Bluetooth audio, and you can just talk through your fucking car,
or just hit
why do
speaker
you?
and
Yeah,
put the
or
phone
hit
down.
speaker. Why do you need to be here when you've got it all here? Like you're not. You're driving a 2020. Like even a fucking base level Nissan Sentra from 2020 has a fucking screen in it.
Yeah, even like forget 2020, go back to like 2016, 2017. Those cars all have Bluetooth phone.
I'm driving a 2008.
Yeah, I just got rid of mine because it exploded on the highway on me. But yeah, me and Josh had the same car, and it was.
I had an electric car, brand new one, for a couple of years, but
that was a lease, though, right? You leased that.
That was then. This is now.
I'll make mine quick because we're running a little long here. I just hate the shot guy at the bar. And I think we all have this friend in our friend group, whether it's a guy or a girl. You're sitting at the bar, you're having a great time, having some beers, just like, or even sipping on a cocktail. And then, like, you just turn around and there's like 6 shots in front of your face and like everybody's taking once. And then you're like, oh no. And then you just have to, like, you're forced into doing it. And it's just the worst.
I'm the shot guy.
No.
I knew it was going to be one of us, dude.
I
Fuck
hate
you,
it.
dude. I hate you.
Yeah, give me 12 green tea shots, please.
No, out,
tea.
dude.
Keep them coming.
I'm
Keep
in love
them.
with you. I'm also the shot guy.
Yeah, well,
it's the
you
worst.
might just be like,
Yeah, everyone loves the shot guy. Maybe not Colucci.
No.
Me either.
he's
Thank
never.
you, Nikki Shanks.
Oh
Thank you,
my
Nikki.
God.
He's never been the guy to even take the shot. That's why he's not the shot guy.
Me
Because
too.
He hates every fucking.
I gave
type of
him a
alcohol.
Dr. McGillicuddy's nip on the course the other day. He took it home with him.
Yeah, I didn't want it.
I have a buddy back home
Burn
who
it.
does the same thing. He'll have a stockpile of nips I gave him in his bag. I'm like, you ever gonna take those? I mean, I gave them you if you can take it while you're golfing with me.
That's like if that's like you give somebody a present, like a physical present, and they go and return.
They just they return or they
I'd rather
re-gift
get
it.
kicked in the head than taken on the course.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
It's just
I don't like shots, dude. I
I'd
don't
rather
like shots.
yeah, me either.
Sorry.
So maybe your LD from the tee shouldn't be. You don't like the shot guy, the guy that's trying to party and do well for everybody around
But there's
him.
no need to party when it's like 12:30 at night. Everybody's already buckled at the bar, and then this guy comes around with a bunch of shots. It's like
Andrew,
no.
that's fucking
It's a
that's
puke
boss in
maker.
life.
Yeah,
man.
it is.
Let me
It
tell you
is.
something.
I'm gonna
man.
stay quiet.
Don't tell me, dude. I went clubbing every single weekend in college. I know.
What was the curfew in New Haven? Did they have one?
like
Friday and Saturdays was 2 a.m.
2 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You just all you need to do is go to New York or Miami, and nothing shuts down. I left Chris Lake, the main DJ, went on at fucking 2 a.m. That's
Wow.
when they started the main event. I couldn't
Yeah.
believe it because I showed up way earlier than that, thinking like normal concert venues. I got there, normal club nights. I went out at like 10:30. We were sitting around with these shitty DJs for like 3 hours waiting for him to come on. It was ridiculous.
Were there tables or was it just like a crowd?
No, it was a big, massive crowd. But
Eh.
yeah, so unfortunately,
Unfortunately, I have 2 of my sworn enemies now on this podcast.
Next time we go out with Colucci, I'm
And your
writing
new
a note.
ally.
Order 6 shots.
I'll kill you.
I'll tell you what. Well, next time we go out, we just need to buy like a tray, like a fucking tray of green tea shots.
I'm out.
Colucci's gonna be like, "Oh, what's in there?"
Is that not rum and pineapple?
yeah.
oh
I
god.
don't like
hating.
tequila. I don't like gin. I don't like everything.
everything.
I want Kahlua and cream.
Hold the Kahlua. Just cream.
Just cream.
You're on my fucking case, all right? Yeah, tweets
Oh,
their own.
boy, this-
Tweets their own.
That's
Tweets
fine.
their
That
own.
backfired, didn't it?
Yeah, that did. LD from the team became a hostile environment. You gotta know how to do it, buddy. You didn't do that one all that great.
I'm gonna try to improve here. I have a quick one.
Take it away.
So mine is just quick. It's just the handicap system.
Yep. I know you were complaining about this earlier this morning. I want to hear
Yeah, I
about
hate it too.
Whoever thought it was a good idea to say, hey, every golfer, put your own score in. People are scumbags,
Yeah.
right?
Dude.
Like, regardless of whether it's better or worse, it hurts you.
Did you get screwed in the tournament?
I wouldn't say screwed. I mean, the people we played were great golfers, but I was playing off something I shouldn't have, right? Because I didn't activate my handicap until 2 weeks ago. So I was playing off my prime from last year, which I just can't live up to.
I'm glad this was about golf because I thought you were talking about handicap parking spots.
Yeah, I also was. I was just like, all right, Colucci, get in the editing bag.
No. Like, I don't know. It's just really grinds my gears because you could shoot 100 and put in an 80, or you could shoot a 65 and put in 100 and just cream the field.
Yeah.
It's just, that's just me.
Yeah. No, I don't even understand really how it works.
Me either.
I've tried to calculate it, use the GIN system and all that,
Yeah.
and I just like, to me, like, I don't know. I even tried to manually calculate my handicap from all the scores that I kept in a year, and I just failed to do it.
It's hard. It's hard to do, and that's why they make you pay $35 a year, and they'll do it for you. But, I mean, example, we played 9 holes. I made 3 birdies and 6 pars and lost by 4.
Really?
Yeah.
that's wild.
Just, I mean,
Wow.
nothing much.
Do you think the person was being truthful about their handicap?
Yeah, I know who it is. They were very truthful, but there's like a certain range of handicaps, like when you're a 2 to like a 6, that you can either play really good or really bad. So you can use it to your advantage, right? So they kind of have, if they're up in that 6 range, they could play like I play, right? And there's a lot of pressure on me with a low handicap to play well every time, which just isn't the case no matter what.
Right.
You know?
What was your prime handicap from last year that you had to play off of?
I was playing off a +2, so 2 better than scratch. So
Okay.
I had to give the golf course 2 shots.
Gotcha.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's actually crazy.
Hot takes
crazy.
with Nikki Shanks.
That's it.
I don't blame him, dude. I don't know anybody that really could be like sit here and give me an honest like, oh, I'm this handicap. And a lot of people, you're right. A lot of people lie about that shit.
Right.
And then if you actually play like golf the way that he's saying you would play with using a handicap, it's so easy to manipulate. I've actually had people who like they bring somebody on to like a tournament or whatever. Like if you go to play a foursome, for instance, you know what I mean? You do a 4-man scramble and you do it in a tournament. And you bring somebody in that specifically you know is a ringer, and they come out and they blow by everybody.
Right.
Like you can't it's impossible to use that as you can't factor in the handicap, and then 2, it just becomes frustrating to play against somebody that like your handicap it's not being utilized in these different tournaments, or it's
Right.
in a way that you don't really feel like is fair, and they can beat you on these strokes or that strokes. That's why it's just like it's tough.
And they're making it worse, right? So now this year they have a soft cap where you can't go up by 5, which I think is good. But in the case of my dad, who I played with, he was going through injuries where his should have been higher than it was.
Right.
But the soft cap made him lower. So he was playing worse than his as well, right? So in the case, it was just, we played well, we had fun, but in the grand scheme of things, I think the handicap system took a lot of fun out of it for us.
Kind of burned you, yeah.
When it should be adding fun to the game, making it more fair.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what it should
That's what
be,
it's
right?
designed
Yeah.
for.
Yeah, so that's going to wrap up LG's from T. We're running a little long here, so I think we're just going to cut right to behind the scenes over at OMADA Golf. Father's Day sales going on. We're going to be running a discount for Father's Day. We're going to run some deals on Amazon as well. Just keep up to pace with the OMADA Golf Instagram to get those codes. I know, what we set up for a code?
Golf Dad 20.
Golf Dad 20. It's going to unlock 20% off, but it's not starting yet. It's going to start up actually probably tomorrow if you're listening to this on a Thursday. So get ready for the Father's Day sale. Get your Golf Dad their Tri-Light. Get them exercise. Get them to lose that beer gut. Get them healthy. Anything else for behind the scenes over at OMADA, guys?
I mean, I know Josh is really passionate about it, but we're going to do the Guinness Book of World Records club throw this week. We're going to give
Yes,
it its
we
first
are.
go.
You're listening to this on a Thursday. We're out currently doing it at this moment then. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think I have high hopes for us. I started wielding around a club or two around here, and I don't know if we're going to be able to do this, but we're going to see.
Make sure to follow T-Box Talk Pod on Instagram and on TikTok as well, because
Yep.
we're going to be posting a bunch of clips from these events and things that we're doing. We also have a number of other things planned coming up in the next couple of weeks, hopefully. We want to engage with everybody. We want to bring in that community aspect to the brands that we're working on and building. And the only way we really do that is with people out there, and and people like you guys listening and tuning into what we're trying to come up with and create. And so always and forever, thank you for listening and being a part of our brand. So I'm super pumped, but we'll have more stuff coming out soon.
And what I'd like to hear from anyone who's listening or watching, what club do you think we can throw 200 feet Is it a putter, 3-iron, driver? Let us know.
I think a putter's too heavy, but I would love to hear the thought process behind this. That's going to wrap it up for episode 9 of T-Box Talk. Fuck the shot guy. Fuck Yahtzee class. Fuck it all. Thank you and have a great day.
You're just making fucking enemies.
I'm making
now.
enemies out
I'm
here.
too tired to come back at him right now. Fuck it.
I knew I could take advantage of that. Peace out.
See you guys.